Hi, fellow Rapture watchers. Judy here. Oh my gosh, can you hear the birds? It's so beautiful. It's like 5:20 or something in the morning, maybe earlier. I just woke up with tons of energy because I slept so good. I've been coming home and just falling asleep right away. You know, this waiting for the Lord is not for wimps. I just want to reiterate that. I've been doing it since 2013 on the edge of my seat, since he fell on my son in November. He's since lifted his spirit, but he fell on him to give us a lot of messages about the rapture and order of events, and different nuggets of truth from a true 10-year-old prophet. And did he get everything? No, but he got some of it, and it's very cool. And one of the things, hold on, I'm gonna sneeze. Excuse me. There's Pepper. All the cats are following me. Come on, bud. One of the things that I'm reminded that I told my son, it was so wonderful. I was in the kitchen, of course, because back in those days he told me to quit working, and so I was always in the kitchen because, first of all, I always am, because everyone's always hungry, but secondly, I had more time, so I was cooking a lot. And my son came running to me, Mom, God says he loves date setters. Because so many people back then, it's not as bad now, but sorry guys, my nose, all of a sudden, it must be some type of allergy. People were really mean to date setters, not near as, they're much nicer now compared to 2013. It was horrible. And he said, Mom, God says he loves date setters because they're just excited to see me. So they're trying, speaking of God, God told my son, here's what he said, quote, unquote. God says he loves date setters because they're just excited to see him. So they're trying to figure out which day he's coming. And he loves that. The end. That's the exact words of thus says the Lord God Almighty. So I'm not going to get into, people think, oh, when the dates come and go, everyone gets ruined. No, actually, they don't get ruined. They get tested. The bride is beckoned, and he separates the wheat from the tares. And if you can fall away from something like that, then you never even knew him, or your motives were wrong. You just want to marry him for his money. You don't really love him. Because if you love someone, you stick in there. You hang in there through thick and thin. And this waiting on the rapture is through thick and thin. It's hard. But you don't just give up on someone. And so the Lord is purifying his bride. He's calling people to himself. He's maturing them. He's saying, because God had showed me a while back that people just want to marry him for his money, and he's not a foolish groom. He would tell me they think I'm a foolish groom, that you think I don't know? They just want to get out of here. They don't really love me. They just want to leave this place. And that's valid. But you also have to love him. You can't just take God for his benefits regarding the rapture. Okay? He said that's just marrying him for his money. And that's gross. You don't really care. You just want to get out of here. Who wouldn't? This planet poo-poo's gross. But, I just wanted to talk about those things, guys. I really felt like yesterday was a super high watch day. And when the watch days get really high for me, I just kind of hibernate. I'm so busy anyway with work and homeschooling, and then that's enough. That's 2 full-time jobs. It's easy to hibernate, but I extra hibernate. When I really get still, when I know that, when I feel like he's given a lot of flirts on a certain time period. And so if you don't hear from me during these times, it's just because I'm very highly expectant. And More so than some days, more so than others. Yesterday I was more so than others. And, you know, it's kind of like a bride before she meets her groom. This is how I get. I'm not saying you should get this way. I'm just talking to the bride and saying good morning and I love you guys and I'll see you so soon. But that's what this video is about. I'm walking my dog at 5 something in the morning. But you know, I remember walking down the aisle. I've been married twice, and both times they were really beautiful weddings ceremonies, and I'm going to say both times. I got real still before I walked down that aisle. I mean, I was a tad nervous, okay, before I walked out in my dress and presented myself to my groom on earth. And that's kind of how it is when I'm waiting for him on super high watch moments. I'm a tad, not so much nervous as much anymore, but still like just a tad like, what do I want to be found doing before you come? Sometimes I just want to get real still. And that's how it was on earth too. I you know, talk to any bride, and this applies to the men on earth too that are about to be married, you know. You're a little bit nervous before you guys take that little plunge and open the door and walk down the aisle, or you know, you may not be walking down an aisle when you got married, just presenting yourself to the spouse and the other people who attended your wedding. Yeah, so that's just I kind of liken it to that. I just kind of pull inward a little bit, gather myself, and wait. And it's just hard to, for me personally, to make videos. Although the Lord has been speaking to me, and there's a few videos I could have made in the last few days, and but you know, okay, you guys, the most important thing is our relationship with God. I mean, anything can become an idol. Anything can get, you know, can clog. Marty, get over here. Marty, no. Oh no, he chased a cat. Anything can clog up those pipes, you know. And so I just want to encourage you to just be jealous for your time with God. Be jealous for the things that take your time, and guard it. Guard it. And I do guard it. I guard my time because I've known him a while, and I just want to tell you a quick story. I used to travel and preach with my minister husband. We used to take teams out. Did it for 3 years straight, globe hopping. When I married my husband, he had already been doing it for 10 years, and he had this. He was. So when I joined him, it was just he was very experienced and seasoned, and we were so busy for the Lord. And believe me, there was a ton of prep before I started going out and praying, and you know, God using my hands to heal people and give words and different things. It was pretty amazing and fun. Okay, it was very fun working for him in that capacity. But after doing it and bringing so many people out and just being so busy for him, I laid in the hotel room one day on the bed, and I was just sad. And my husband said, "Come on, we gotta go now. We're gonna be late." I think it was in Sweden, if I remember correctly. Yeah, it was in Sweden. And Sweden is a very hard place to preach, let me tell you. Anyway, but it's glorious. Every place is glorious, but the people just don't show any emotion. It's interesting. They're kind of hard to crack through that shell. Anyway, and he said, "What's wrong?" I said, "I just miss him." I couldn't figure it out at first, and then it came out. Then I was able to put words to it. He goes, "What do you mean you miss him? He's right here." I go, "I just miss him. I didn't want to go out. I just want to stay in the hotel room." He's like, "What? You're with him every day?" I'm like, "I just miss him. I just miss being with him." And I didn't really understand what I was saying, but I was just tired. I was not physically. I mean, I had a baby and everything when we were traveling. By the 3rd year, my son was traveling with us, but he was in my belly not the first year, second year in my belly, and third year out of my belly. So, but anyway, all I'm saying is this, guys. I just laid there, and then I knew. I was like, I'm so busy doing for God that I lost sight of our intimacy and my time with Him. And I didn't go out preaching that day. I said, I just want to be with Him. You know, and it's, you ask me how? It's easy. It's easy to get all caught up in what you're doing for God and lose sight of that intimate relationship. It's kind of like a relationship on earth. You know, you're always together, but you don't even know each other. You know, I hear people say that, married for years, we're always together, but I don't really know him. She doesn't really know me. I don't know her. Because you didn't go, you know, you didn't put that. It's just, it's possible. It can happen. Okay? And I got to go because the video is going to cut out. The groom is beckoning you, bride. Stay close. Be jealous. Cover what you have with him. And don't let anything get in that time, and only give out the overflow of what he gives you. He's not asking you to work for him. He's asking you to be with him. And out of that being with him, if something overflows, it'll be beautiful to the world. But make sure it's coming from that overflow. Have a good day.